What is up, everyone? So, late as usual, but we're finally getting around to it. Everything I watched in June, let's jump right in. On the first, I rewatched Pearl, X, The Farmer's Daughter, and Maxine. I just wanted to get that trilogy out of the way and rewatch it because I do love them. Pearl still remains one of the greatest films I've ever seen. You know, the Technicolor color palette, the way it's shot, the way the whole trilogy ties together is amazing. X is kind of overrated in my opinion. Still enjoyable, but it's not really for me if I'm honest. The Farmer's Daughter being a nice little bonus on the Blu-ray and something that counts as a short film apparently is, cool enough. It is basically just softcore porn though, which is, something. And Maxine is incredibly underrated. I don't think it was as bad as people said. Then on the second, I watched Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Roderick Rules and Dog Days and The Long Haul. I was really trying to get through franchises this month. And what can I say? Those first three, really fucking good. Roderick Rules, obviously the best of the lot. Love those films. As for The Long Haul, genuinely, it can go and fuck off. It sucks balls. And then on the third, I watched Masters of the Universe. I made a whole video about this, reviewing it when I saw it. But long and short, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I can't speak to it as an adaptation because I don't have that many experiences of the He-Man franchise as a kid, but from what I've heard, it wasn't that good of an adaptation, actually. But I enjoyed it for what it was. If you go in and you've not seen the franchise, you know nothing about it, I think you'll have a nice time. Then on the fourth, I watched Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules, Cabin Fever, and The Last Straw, the animated ones, and these all suck balls. I'm going to be so real. These are terrible. I know they're making a new one soon, and I'm not excited for it at all. I know it's going to suck, and it's going to be fucking shit. I'm really not looking forward to that. Hate these ones, if I'm honest. Then on the fifth, I watched the new Scary Movie, and I made a whole review about this one as well, if you want to go watch that. But to give you the long and short of it, I don't know, it's not that bad. Like, I've seen worse. Yeah, the marketing is not something to be proud of, all the you will be offended bullshit. But there are worse films out there. And this is just a bit mid, if I'm honest. It's not really terrible. It's not great either, if I'm being real. Then on the 8th, I watched Sherlock, A Study in Pink. Surprisingly, never seen any of the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock stuff. I might watch it. I probably will watch it, actually. It seems like something I'd enjoy. So, yeah, I'm probably going to get round to that one. And then on the 10th, I watched Disclosure Day. I made a whole review about that as well. I think this is underrated. It's getting a lot of hate at the minute, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. I think it's a fun little romp. Yeah, it's not Spielberg's best, but the man is old now. He's not going to be making his best anytime soon. But it does the job. It's nice. It's a little fun. I think people went in with too high of expectations because of how great Spielberg was in the past. But, I get why they went in with that high expectation. They were kind of let down because of it. But it is what it is. And then later on the 10th, I rewatched the original Scary Movie. I don't know, I saw the new one and I was like, yeah, I'm going to rewatch the original, see if it's any better. And it's about the same, I think. The first and latest one are about the same on quality, in my opinion. I've surprisingly never seen 2, 3, 4, or 5. I will probably get around to those soon and see what's up with them. And then I watched Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4, Saw 5, and Saw 6 over the course of 5 days. I just really wanted to watch those again because I've seen basically the whole franchise. I have seen the whole franchise actually, not even basically. And what franchise? I know that, it's basically torture porn, but God, if it isn't fun, and those twists and the music and the griminess of it and the way they cut the editing, it's such a product of its time and I love it. It's fun. It's so fun. And then on the 16th, I finally watched something I've been meaning to watch, Smiley Face. It's a stoner comedy starring Anna Faris from Scary Movie. Obviously, I'd seen her in that again recently, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this. I've heard good things, and it was fun. It's a bit confusing at times if you're not really paying attention, but God, it's really fucking stupid. I really loved it. And on the 17th, I rewatched it again because I just really didn't get it the first time because I wasn't paying much attention, but I still had fun with it. Probably one of the better films I've seen this year. It's a very stylistic romp with a good cast, of people who were kind of coming up at this point, but not quite at the peak of their fame. And it's great. It's fun. I love it. Then on the 18th, to prepare for Toy Story 5, and because I had just made the Toy Story video, which did not do very well, can you please all go and watch that? I watched Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Hawaiian Vacation, Small Fry, Partysaurus Rex, Toy Story of Terror, Toy Story That Time Forgot, Toy Story 4, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, The Adventure Begins, Lightyear. I rewatched all of those. I got busy on that day. I basically just woke up early and binged everything I could ready for Toy Story 5 the next day. And wow, obviously, those first three are goated. The shorts are pretty good. You know, four is, yeah, I feel like it's a bit overhated. At the time, I was also really overhating on it, but nowadays I can be like, it's a bit too overhated in my opinion. Buzz Lightyear Star Command: The Adventure Begins. I'm so nostalgic for that. I had that on DVD. I still have it now, and I used to watch it all the time alongside those original three films. I'm gonna be honest. It sounds horrible to say. I miss when those four films were all we had. Lightyear still fucking like terrible now. Actually, I think I enjoyed it the first time round, and I really didn't enjoy it this time round rewatching it. It sucks balls. Three is still the best. And I went and watched Toy Story 5, which I also spoke about in the end of that Toy Story video, because I'm trying to do this thing where I cover franchises now, and then right at the end I include my review for the new one, you know, so I have a complete like retrospective of it. I did it for Toy Story. I'm doing it for the new Spider-Man film, and I'm aware that hopefully I can get that out in time. I really doubt it, but yeah, I am aware also that that does mean that it will probably be out of date by next year if Beyond the Spider-Verse doesn't get delayed. But I'll update it. Who cares? But yeah, on the 19th, I then watched Toy Story 5. Yeah, as I was saying, I enjoyed it. You know, it's all right. It's about on par with 4, if I'm honest. I still think they should have ended at 5. But it is what it is. And then I rewatched Saw 3D. Just as fun as the originals. I thought it was a really fucking good ending. It had no reason to go as hard as it does. And yeah, they could have ended there. But obviously, they did not, because I went on to watch 2 more in June. And then I also watched Rampage for the first time. This sucks balls. It's based on the old arcade game. I hated it. Dwayne The Rock Johnson simply cannot act. I then rewatched Venom. Really fun little film, you know? And I enjoyed it. I think this is fun. This is great. It's a good one. Then I rewatched Jigsaw. I didn't like this as much as the original 7. I know the first time I watched it, I really, really liked it. And coming back to it, nah, not for me, really. I think the twist was kind of mid. I think, you know, it doesn't really make sense timeline-wise. And especially, but that's something the Saw franchise has problems with. I mean, if you've seen the new trailer for that new video game they're doing, Saw Genesis, that just makes no fucking sense in timeline-wise. But, you know, the job is to ignore that and pretend that doesn't exist. And then I watched Game Night. And wow, this is a great stupid romp. It's like a heist film tied in with like a murder mystery, and Michael C. Hall is in it. And yeah, you know I love him as Dexter. I'm endlessly talking about Dexter on this channel. This is a fun little film. I gave that 3 out of 5. Then on the 21st, rewatched Scary Movie because my granddad loves those, and I was spending Father's Day with him. And yeah, I've watched that twice this month now. I've already gone over my thoughts for it. And then on the 21st, I also rewatched Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Probably my favorite Ice Age film. I don't know. I flip-flop back and forth. In the past, when I was a child, it was definitely Dawn of the Dinosaurs, but now I kind of like Continental Drift. I have so much fun with that. I think that's a really fun one, you know. I also rewatched Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Not fun at all. I think this is incredibly mid. The only thing that redeems it for me is Aaron Paul is in this, I'm pretty sure. I forget. It's that forgettable. I think this is the one that has Aaron Paul in it. And then I rewatched even. I keep saying watched. I get that wrong. Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Yeah, I know that I have a friend who really despises this one, but I don't know. I have fun with this. I like Carnage as a character. Yes, I know it's a lot worse than the first Venom, but honestly, those films just get worse as they go along. Venom 3 is a lot worse than Let There Be Carnage, but we'll get to that when we get to that, because I didn't watch that this month, surprisingly. Then on the 24th, I watched the original Daredevil with Ben Affleck. It's something, you know, it's got some cool aspects, but it's nothing I can really write home about. You could skip this one if you really want and go straight to the Charlie Cox ones. And in fact, I recommend that. Then I rewatched The Football Factory, a film in my top 4, one of my favorites of all time. And I just watched this because, you know, we had a fucking shit game with Ghana, if I recall. Yeah, that was after the Ghana match. And I just didn't enjoy that one because we were going back and forth. Luckily, we've made it now. We're in the fucking semis tomorrow. So, yeah, God knows if we survived that. I guess we'll see. And then on the 27th, I finally got round to rewatching Spiral from the Book of Saw, because I really don't like Spiral from the Book of Saw. Or I really didn't the first time I watched it. Now going back to it, not that bad. I have seen worse. I have seen a lot worse. And I don't know, the twist seemed a bit better this time round. I had fun with this one, yeah. Then on the 28th, I watched The Mother of All Cons on BBC iPlayer. It's about this mum who makes her daughter think she's sick, and makes a cancer support group. You can Google it. It's really strange and bizarre, and it had more twists and turns than I was anticipating for a true crime thing. On the 28th, they also rewatched Barbie. Still really fun. I've seen that film like so much, and it's still one of the best production design things I've ever seen. I'm gutted it didn't win an Oscar for production design in 2023. Oh well. And then I ended June on the 30th watching Supergirl, which I surprisingly didn't make a video about. But in my opinion, anyone slandering Millie Alcock's looks is brain dead incel. She's gorgeous in this, and she's honestly pretty captivating as Kara. She's given a pretty fun arc, swapping out the party life for a life like Clark's, and she may be the first female literally me character. Speaking of which, David Cornsweat returning as Superman is greatly appreciated. He operates pretty well as Kara's guiding light through the destruction of Krypton, adjusting to Earth, and ultimately becoming a better person. And it's a shame that everything else from the movie is anywhere from mid to serviceable, if I'm being honest. And overall, it's still a pretty fun romp, though, It's nothing to write home about like Superman was last year, but it earns an extremely fair 3.5 out of 5, in my opinion. Hopefully, Man of Tomorrow is better. But yeah, that was everything I watched this month, June 2026. Hopefully you did enjoy. I'll see you next month for everything I watched in July. Goodbye.